All right, Charles, this is the second portion of this thing. And here I received a copy from iPro Solutions through Salesforce of the invoice. This is the address inside Salesforce we have. And here I can click on the invoice. Let's take a look at it. So you can click here or you can accept the terms and pay here. This is right through the invoice that I set this up. Now we go to the payment center, which I've hooked up into, in this case, PayPal for the billing information. So the customer can themselves do this, Visa, Amex, whatever, and then do next. This is a test card. And here's a successful thing for the client. And then here we also have then a confirmation, which will be not to me, but to iPro Solutions. Right? But since I'm using my personal here at home, this isn't going to go that way. So now here in the invoice, right, we've got zero balance. This is the most recent invoice. We can see it was paid, zero balance due, adjust assign, and when it was paid, you can see down here, the task was done, email activity, we did it, right? Task done, we emailed it. We have an attachment, which is the invoice. We received a payment of $12,000. And this is all the app that I set up. This is a payment center. So we can have a price book for each. We can generate an invoice. And then just a little bit more, we can do things like recurring invoices, like bill monthly, bill annually. So now we don't have to do it. So we can do something like the test company, for instance, set up a monthly invoice, and then Julie test, of course. Right? What's the recipient's email? Hoehne@gmail.com. Monthly, quarterly, annually, daily, right? And then the occurrences and the terms. And then we can add a line. Going back to the price book, product lookup. I'm going to allow pop-ups. Yeah, this is a Visualforce. This is actually a Visualforce page. So let's take a look. Look up, boom. Oh, look, spec meeting. Here you go. We've got that in here, $5,000. Discount quantity, whatever. We can change it to $5 and add the line. And that's next. So now we have a recurring bill. We'll have this recurring monthly, right? But I don't want to set that up right now. Then there's payment profiles, for instance. Julie test, what's her payment profile, her credit card number. See, this is encrypted. So this is all PCI compliant. So it's just the last four. So formerly Karina, if somebody calls in and they say, oh, I think we have your record on file. Could you confirm the last four digits of your debit or credit card on file with us? That's it. So nothing is bad that way. And you can see with each vendor, they'll have a payment profile. And as we roll this out, this is fast, payment processors. We can go and get a whole bunch of payment processors, not just PayPal. I can link into all of these with this tool. So I need to restore PayPal settings. Okay, anyways, so here I actually linked it into PayPal because this is a test thing. And here's the PayPal defaults. And so what we did was payment receipt, terms, default settings in US dollars, the charges, the swipes, iPro Solutions PT. And what I actually did here is I created a landing payment page, that's a better term for it, so that online payment CSS, that we have a link right into iPro Solutions secureforce.com payments page. That's what I created. See here? And this is actually the Stripe, is the default versus PayPal. So again, we loaded in, we got campaigns, right? From the campaigns, that's why I created a campaign call down object. Campaign call down objects can now have over here, status joined, not joined, see? And this is where the click to call comes in over here, and it will have click to call, just like it did on the lead list initially, right here. Boom, you can click to call right there. Right? But we control it from a custom object called campaign download. Then if you want to generate an invoice, somebody calls in, you just press new, right? Look up the name, or I can create a button here that does the same thing. So when you're dialing down, for instance, I can have a button like here, create new invoice, and it would then trigger this object, create a new invoice. Where we control the pricing is in the price book. I have one template price book, super easy to clone. And then it goes all this payments, payment center settings, payment processor, payment profiles. The customer profile then is saved in the profiles here. And then we can even have recurring invoices. And last, which I'm not going to cover, is contracts. But the contracts object is where we put the Endeavor contract and know when it expires. This is where we want to put the 5152 client contracts. So they trigger back, and then maybe we have a sync towards, we can use this as the parent object for the vendor objects and the leads.